Now, back to Coastal Living on KZTV.
All right, guys, so you just got the recipe and all the deets you need to cook your caldito, whether you're just feeling this weather or you're feeling under the weather. But I'm back with our Coastal Living reporter, Jocelyn, and Miss Alissa Pena.
Hello.
To taste the soup in real life.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us. Now we've got the soup ready made. You just learned how to use to make it. And if you didn't, well, you're going to have to go to our Facebook page later and figure that out. You need to tune in at 9 a.m. on the dot.
That's right.
Now.
Clearly.
Okay.
Clearly.
Take
So
a
we've
look
got
at
our
this.
sopa here. Look how delicious that looks. Look
Right.
at those
Colors in
colors.
that soup, and it smells incredible.
Super smoky. It's got lots of flavor. This one has like the super bone broth that I rendered down for like 6 hours. And so it just like literally went down to nothing, but it's got that really intense flavor. Then when you add the anchos and stuff, it really kind of opens up.
Right, and that's what my grandma used to tell me. The more the vegetables kind of soak in there, the better the soup is for you.
Yeah, better
Absolutely.
flavor. Yep.
Absolutely.
And I
I'll put
noticed
it
in the
in here.
video you're using a lot of comino, you're using a lot of turmeric, and of course
Yes.
those ancho peppers, which I'm familiar with from when my family makes
Thank you
pozole.
so much, Alyssa.
Yes,
So
you're
tell me,
welcome.
are those some of your like signature spices?
Yes, absolutely. So, you know, turmeric really kind of pairs beautifully with comino. Not only do you get these gorgeous flavors and you get all this stuff, this color is silly. Like this color on the soup is gorgeous.
Yeah,
but
the
it's
soup is
really, really
beautiful.
good for you.
Right.
It's like I've never used a ladle before. So yeah, so you get all these gorgeous colors. The bone broth is really, really good for you. So all of the nutrients in there are like really, really dense. You've got lots and lots of veggies to kind of like save away any of the bad stuff. Plus, nothing is better than soup when you're sick and you don't feel good and all the things. And you can just have like curbside bring it straight to you.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
So you're sick, you don't want to play, you have them bring it straight to you. You can literally buy bone broth, so you don't have to spend 6 hours, you know,
time.
letting it boil down into this. But lucky for you, lovely ladies, I did that, so you're able to
thank
do
We
that.
like having you here, Alyssa.
And I have to say, I'm so happy that I'm going to have this soup again because it was absolutely delicious.
Thank you. And I'm sorry you burned your mouth the first
That's okay.
time.
I was, you know, I was a
saw
little
that.
bit
Nobody saw
intimidated that I was going to burn my mouth, so that's why I was like, I was struggling a little bit, but I'm going to have it for the second time, and I'm
held
really
it out,
excited
girl.
about
You
it.
held it out.
Take a look
Thank
at that.
you.
Look how gorgeous that is.
And so another thing
Especially
is,
with the cilantro.
if you're sick, you don't want to spend 6 hours working on a sicky meal. But I mentioned a lot of us now have these pressure cookers that we don't really know how to use, or some of us, I know my sister is like deathly afraid of using one, period. Because
scares
she's afraid
people.
it's gonna blow up.
It's new.
But they're actually very simple and so efficient. So I like to do my meal preps, my chicken in there, and I do always end up with that broth. But I asked you
Same
about
thing.
doing that bone broth in the pressure cooker, because you could probably knock it out in like 45 minutes, right?
Yes. What you want to make sure with the pressure cooker is that you don't boil those bones to death, no
Yes.
pun intended, but like, because it'll shred and then you're going to have to like sieve out your soup and you're going to have to put it through a China cap. That's nobody has time.
Okay,
And nobody
so
has a
just
China
watch
cap
the
anymore.
temperature.
Yeah. So just watch the temperature and
Okay.
make sure you don't do that.
Okay.
Other than that, just leave it on the stove for as long as you can, and you'll see it just go down and down. And it'll reduce, and then the flavor intensifies and it gets all that happy goodness. So
I'm gonna take a TV bite, because in real life, these are not the size bites I
a
take.
Jocelyn TV bite.
And that's because whenever I did it, I was like, that was not a big bite. Come on now.
In your defense, that soup was boiling hot.
It was.
So
But it was worth it.
you're totally forgiven for the TV bite.
I wish you could taste this through the TV screen,
Yes.
because it is absolutely delicious. You
Thank
can taste
you.
all those flavors it soaked in. And that turmeric, I really thought, I used that very sparsely, and I saw how much you put in that soup. You put a good amount.
Yeah.
I thought that was really for mainly Indian meals.
Yeah.
And you're saying that it goes really great, especially paired with comino. So tell me what other things you like to use it for. It's good for you.
It's really,
You
really
guys
good
didn't
for
know
you.
this.
Yeah, it's really, really good for you. But the one thing that I like to tell people is that play with different spices. You know what I mean? You don't have to use salt, pepper, garlic, comino, salt, pepper, garlic, comino. I think we get into spice ruts where that's what we're used to using and that's where
Chili
we go
powder,
to.
comino,
Right.
salt, pepper. Yep.
Right. We have our go-to, we have our basics, and what we would like to do is kind of open it up.
Right.
Turmeric and comino are like a beautiful, happy little heaven. They're both really, really smoky.
They're good friends.
They're really good friends. And when then you put like the ancho pepper and you put all these other things in it, all of those flavors open up. You get the pretty color, but the levels of turmeric is really, really good for you.
Turmeric.
So
I always say it wrong. I make up my own way to say things.
Never
Turmeric.
tried
Everybody
it, but we're
says
gonna have to,
tomato,
especially
tomato.
after the tutorial of how to make amazing caldo. And
I'm gonna go buy a much larger container of turmeric. Mine is a little baby one. I'm up. Beep, beep.
Yeah,
and if
so
you want to start with just a little bit, just try it with a little
And
bit.
then keep tasting.
Yeah. I put it in everything now, so I mean I'm pretty comfortable with it. But do what you're comfortable with. You know what I mean? Do what you like.
Well, you did a beautiful job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Alissa, again for joining us, for cooking for us, and taking the time to teach us how to make that perfect caldo for this cold weather, or if you're feeling under the weather.